Good morning, everybody. Paul Wright, also from Vodafone, like Oliver, part of the Unified Communications Specialist team. We've mentioned about the importance of sort of mobility, and we've seen with the change in technology over the last sort of few years, last decade really, how I always think of the old Martini adverts for the Generation X's, and much you might remember those. Why might not mean anything to you, but you know, anytime, any place, anywhere. Oliver's touched on the fact that everyone at Vodafone pretty much has a smartphone and a laptop and mobile broadband access. So you know, we can work literally any place, anywhere really. We've also got full access to all the systems that we need access to, so we're not restricted in any way, shape or form. Something else that's just as important moving forward is the actual mobile network that you move forward with. The reason that I joined Vodafone about 1.5 years ago now is that I made the decision that Vodafone were probably best placed moving forward with unified comms from the mobile perspective. So as you may or may not be aware, you know, the reason that Vodafone was spending in excess of £1 million every day reinvesting back in the infrastructure, into the core network, is to enable us to move forward. For those of you that have sort of worked in IT or whatever, you know, you'll have seen the rate of change, but the amount of traffic on the network dramatically increasing year after year, and you know, that's only going to continue. So the networks that we have, whether it be a mobile network, the internet, your own private network, the amount of traffic on those networks is going to continue to grow exponentially. And obviously the networks that you use need to be able to cope with that moving forward. I was actually in our Network Operations Centre at the head office campus at the end of last week, and if you get the opportunity to go there, I'd strongly recommend you do. You get a very good indication of all the planning and management that goes into the core network across not just the UK but across the globe really. In terms of future-proofing the capacity, again with the rapid increase and ongoing increase in the amount of traffic, you know, the capacity of the network, the reliability of that is absolutely critical. And you know, we've got, you know, future-proofing. I think if you go on the NOC tour, it mentions that you know, we believe at the moment that we've got about 8 years future-proofing in the current infrastructure. Now obviously that's continuously managed and reviewed, etc. But you know, puts us in a very strong position. We are unique in the marketplace as well, in as much as we do have the core network is a true end-to-end IP network, and that's been the enabler really for Vodafone being in prime position to move forward with unified comms. And the reason I'm part of the Unified Comms Group and OneNet is to talk about OneNet, which is one of the key propositions that we're moving forward with in Vodafone. As Oliver mentioned, there's a couple of flavours of Vodafone OneNet. There's Vodafone OneNet Express. That's aimed at the smaller sort of marketplace, smaller businesses with a primarily sort of a mobile workforce. So Oliver's brother-in-law, prime example for that. That gives you some virtual phone system functionality. You can route calls like you would with a normal phone system, but you can just have mobiles. You can also route landline calls to your mobiles as well. The bigger brother is Vodafone OneNet Business, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on because I think that would be more relevant at the moment. Could we run the video, please?
At Vodafone, we understand how important it is to ensure that your customers can get in touch with you and your team first time and every time they call. And we know that you don't want to waste time managing lots of suppliers, bills and contracts. Vodafone OneNet is here to help your business be more efficient and simplify everything by providing a complete solution, which links your company landlines to company mobiles. Calls from either cost the same and there are no call forwarding charges. Using OneNet, your company landlines and mobiles become one. Calls coming to your landline while you're out of the office are also received on your mobile. Your voicemail boxes become one, so you can listen to all of your messages from either phone. All your call management features work on your mobiles, so any of your employees can receive calls from the company Hunt Group number when out of the office, or seamlessly transfer calls whilst on the road with no additional costs, meaning your team can work as effectively out of the office. OneNet makes managing your communications so much easier. With just one supplier for your landline, mobile and phone system, you benefit from having just one contract, one bill and one monthly fee, making it easier to manage and saving you time, hassle and money. Also, because the Vodafone network runs the functionality, it's easier for you to scale, as and when your business needs it. OneNet gives you total freedom and flexibility, whether you're in or out of the office. With Vodafone OneNet, you'll never miss a business call again, improving efficiency and saving your business money. One phone company, one voicemail, one bill, one net.
I thought I'd start with that, just to give you a brief introduction to what OneNet's all about. Basically, it's a complete telecom solution. So whereas historically we've seen businesses with your phone lines, your phone calls, your phone system, office phones and mobiles, and again with the deregulation and carrier pre-select WLR over recent years, you've had lots more ability and lots more options to go to different companies for all your different telecoms needs. So it's not uncommon for most businesses to have a number of different telecoms providers for those different separate products. What OneNet's all about is bringing that all together. Again, at the moment it's the only fixed mobile convergence solution in the marketplace. So it's not a case that we've took fixed lines, we've took the mobiles, we've took the PBX functionality and sort of bodged them together and relabeled them as one solution. It really is one solution. It's been built from the ground up as one true solution. So in a nutshell, it brings together the landlines and the mobiles and your phone system. Because it's a hosted solution, it means that it does away with the maintenance that you would typically encounter with your phone system. It also does away with the need for the line rentals and associated costs with your phone lines as well. Because it's a single solution, we're also able to give one phone number and one messaging service for all your telecoms users. Now, it's not always seen as an advantage that. I've had a number of conversations with directors of businesses who said, you know, I don't want to, you know, just sort of have, you know, I don't want to miss any calls or whatever. But for a lot of people that are actually in and out of the office, so for salespeople, for field engineers maybe, who have an office phone and a mobile phone, it does simplify and make a big improvement to their day-to-day working life. What that means in reality is that rather than a customer or a supplier having to make numerous calls in different ways with different numbers and leave multiple messages, they've literally just got one phone number to ring, one message to leave, and you know, it's as simple as that. So we've seen lots of statistics again in the last few years about how much time we all waste in business trying to get hold of people and predominantly failing to get hold of people. So again, OneNet as an FMC solution tries to simplify everything but also improve the way that you communicate, both internally within your business but also with your customers and your partners and suppliers. It's very important. Again, because it's a single solution, it does mean that we can very easily deliver unlimited and free calls within the marketplace, so within the business. So we've seen again in sort of the last few years that your landline tariffs and your mobile tariffs do tend to have an amount of inclusive minutes, and you know, you can control cost to a degree. But with OneNet, the whole idea is being able to simplify, improve the way you communicate, but also manage and control your costs in a much more effective way.